3,000 years ago, the ancient world trembled before an unstoppable force. They came from the sea, bringing chaos and destruction. Entire empires fell. Civilizations that had stood for centuries were reduced to ash. Who were these mysterious invaders known as the Sea Peoples? Around 1200 BCE, the Late Bronze Age was ending. Great civilizations like the Mycenaeans, Hittites, and Canaanites dominated the ancient world. But then came reports of massive fleets approaching from the horizon. Ships unlike any seen before, filled with warriors hungry for conquest. The Egyptian Pharaoh Ramesses III carved their story in stone. Strange names that echo through history: Peliset, Jekka, Shekelesh, Danaen. These weren't just raiders. Entire populations were on the move. Men, women, children, and their belongings, seeking new homes in a changing world. They struck with devastating efficiency. The great Hittite capital of Hattusa was burned and abandoned. Mycenaean palaces across Greece fell silent. Along the Levantine coast, Ugarit sent its final desperate message. The enemy ships are already here. The city is destroyed. May you know this. But who exactly were these Sea Peoples? Archaeological evidence suggests they came from multiple regions, possibly displaced by drought, famine, or warfare. Some scholars believe climate change triggered their movement. Tree rings show severe drought across the Mediterranean around 1200 BCE. Others point to internal rebellions and societal collapse that sent refugees fleeing across the sea in search of new opportunities. The Sea Peoples weren't necessarily a unified confederation. They may have been separate groups who happened to move at the same time. Egypt's Pharaoh Ramesses III became their greatest opponent. He prepared for the ultimate confrontation that would decide the fate of his empire. The great battle came both on land and sea. Egyptian chariots clashed with Sea People infantry, while warships fought in the Nile Delta. On the water, Egyptian vessels surrounded the invaders. Archers rained arrows down while ships rammed into each other in desperate combat. Ramesses claimed total victory. Temple walls show captured Sea People warriors bound and defeated. But the truth was more complex. While Egypt survived, the Sea Peoples didn't simply vanish. Many settled in the very lands they had attacked, becoming part of the ancient world. The Peliset may have become the biblical Philistines. The Jekka possibly settled in what is now Lebanon. Their legacy lived on. Modern archaeology reveals a more nuanced picture. Rather than pure destruction, there was cultural exchange and adaptation. New technologies spread. Ironworking became common. New artistic styles emerged from the cultural mixing of peoples. Some settlements show continuous habitation through the crisis. Life found a way to continue despite the chaos. Recent discoveries suggest the Sea Peoples crisis was part of a broader systems collapse affecting the entire Eastern Mediterranean. Trade networks that had connected civilizations for centuries suddenly broke down. Economic systems that supported entire empires crumbled. But from this collapse came opportunity. New kingdoms rose. The Phoenicians expanded their maritime empire across the Mediterranean. The Greeks would eventually emerge from their dark age stronger than ever, laying the foundations for classical civilization. So who were the Sea Peoples really? Perhaps refugees, raiders, and migrants rolled into one. People responding to a changing world. They weren't necessarily the destroyers of civilization, but rather participants in a great transformation that reshaped the ancient world. Their mystery continues to fascinate us. New archaeological discoveries constantly shed light on this pivotal moment in history.
Really good example.
DNA analysis of ancient remains, underwater archaeology, and climate data all contribute to solving the puzzle of the Sea Peoples. What we know for certain is that they were part of one of history's great turning points, the end of the Bronze Age. Their story reminds us that throughout history, human migration and cultural change have been constants, not exceptions. The Sea Peoples may have vanished from history, but their impact echoes through the millennia, shaping the world we know today. In their wake came new civilizations, new technologies, and new ways of understanding the world, a testament to human resilience. The mystery of the Sea Peoples continues to captivate us, reminding us that even in our modern world, the past still has secrets to reveal.